practical English for real-life situations is not about sounding perfect, intelligent, or impressive. It is about being understood and understanding others without fear. In real life, English is messy, emotional, imperfect, and alive. People pause, repeat themselves, make mistakes, change sentences halfway, and still communicate clearly. When you stop chasing perfection and start chasing connection, English becomes easier, lighter, and more natural. In daily life, English begins with simple needs. You wake up and speak to people, not grammar books. You greet someone, ask a question, respond to a situation, explain a problem, or share a feeling. These moments do not wait for perfect tenses. They require clarity, confidence, and presence. When you say good morning, you are not testing vocabulary. You are opening a human moment. When you say, sorry, I didn't understand. English is about connection, not perfection. You are not failing. You are communicating honestly, and honesty is the strongest language skill. Real-life English often starts with listening. Before speaking well, you must listen without translating every word in your head. When someone speaks to you, focus on the meaning, not the structure. If a friend says, I'm exhausted today, you do not need to analyze the tense. You understand the feeling. Your response can be simple. That sounds tiring, or take some rest. Simple responses are powerful because they are natural. They keep the conversation moving instead of freezing it. One of the most common real-life situations is small talk. Many learners fear it. But small talk is not deep talk. It is warm-up talk. You talk about weather, work, traffic, food, or daily routines. It's really hot today. The traffic was crazy. This coffee is strong. These sentences are short, easy, and effective. They are bridges, not destinations. You are not trying to be interesting. You are trying to be friendly. When you accept that, small talk becomes relaxed instead of stressful. Asking questions is another core part of practical English. In real life, questions help you survive and grow. Can you help me? Where is this place? What do you mean? How does this work? These questions are not signs of weakness. They are signs of courage. Many learners stay silent because they listen first. Understanding before speaking fears sounding wrong. But silence creates confusion while questions create clarity. Even if your question is not perfect, people usually understand and appreciate your effort. At work or in daily tasks, English becomes functional. You explain problems, give updates, and ask for solutions. You might say, there is a small issue. I need more time. Or, I will check and let you know. These phrases are simple but professional. Real-life English at work is not about fancy words. It is about being clear, calm, and respectful. When you focus on clarity, people trust you more even if your English is not advanced. Making mistakes in real-life English is unavoidable, and that is a good thing. Children learn language by making thousands of mistakes. Adults stop learning because they fear them. When you say something wrong and people still understand you, your confidence grows. When you say something wrong and correct yourself, your brain learns faster. Mistakes are not enemies, they are teachers. Every correction you accept is a step forward, not backward. Real-life English also includes emotions. You express happiness, frustration, excitement, and disappointment. You say, I'm really happy today, this is stressful, I'm nervous. Or I'm proud of you. These sentences are emotionally honest, not grammatically complex. Language becomes powerful when it carries feeling. When you allow yourself to express emotions in English, you stop treating it as a subject and start living it as a language. Simple English for daily conversations, another important part of practical English, is learning how to continue a conversation. Many learners know how to answer, but don't know how to keep talking. You can do this by adding small comments or asking follow-up questions. If someone says, I watched a movie last night, you can say, really? What kind of movie? Or, did you like it? You do not need long sentences. You need curiosity. Curiosity keeps conversations alive. Real-life English also teaches you how to handle misunderstandings. Sometimes you don't understand. Sometimes others don't understand you. This is normal. You can say, can you repeat that, please? Sorry, I meant something else. Or let me explain again. These phrases protect your confidence. They give you control instead of embarrassment. Communication is not about never misunderstanding. It is about fixing misunderstandings calmly. Daily routines are excellent teachers of practical English. When you describe your day, you practice naturally. I woke up late. I had breakfast. I went to work. I felt tired. These sentences are simple but useful. When you narrate your life in English, Even silently, you train your mind to think in English instead of translating. This habit slowly builds fluency from the inside. English in real life is also about tone. How you say something matters as much as what you say. A soft "could you please help me" feel different from a hard "help me." Polite words like please, thank you, sorry, and excuse me are small but powerful. They smooth conversations and create respect. You don't need advanced vocabulary to sound polite. You need awareness, confidence. In real life. English grows small talk, made easy when you stop comparing yourself to others. Some people speak fast, some have accents, some know more words. That does not reduce your value. Your job is not to compete, it is to communicate. When you accept your level and work from there, progress becomes steady instead of painful. Fluency is not speed, fluency is comfort. Practical English improves when you use it daily in small ways. Talk to yourself, describe what you are doing, react to things you see.
This is interesting.
I don't like this. This is confusing. These many sentences train your brain to you don't need long study hours to learn English. What you really need is consistent exposure. Try to surround yourself with the language in your daily life. Listen to real English through movies, podcasts, videos, and conversations. These help you understand the rhythm, tone, and natural way people speak. You don't have to understand every single word. Even understanding the general idea is enough. Over time, your ears will adjust, and you will start noticing familiar patterns again and again. Repetition is not boring. It is simply how the brain learns. Real-life English is flexible. There are many ways to express the same idea. You can say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, or I need rest. Choose the words that feel natural to you. Don't force complicated sentences when simple ones communicate clearly. Communication is successful when your message is understood, not when your sentence sounds impressive. Most importantly, practical English becomes part of you when you stop treating it like a test. Life does not give marks. And most people are not judging you as harshly as you judge yourself. In fact, many people respect the effort when someone speaks sincerely. Even broken English can sound confident and meaningful. Every sentence you speak is proof that you are learning, improving, and moving forward. Real-life English is not learned in silence. It is learned in real moments, sometimes awkward, sometimes beautiful, sometimes imperfect. So speak anyway. Ask anyway. Try anyway. That is how English stops being a fear and slowly becomes a friend.